Shohei Ohtani's going to be a Cub.
Is that breaking news or?
Did you hear? Seiya Suzuki, the guy I call Roy.
Yes.
He got robbed of Rookie of the Year.
Excuse me?
Should have been Rookie of the Year.
Uh-huh.
He's put 20 pounds on.
Yeah.
And when the media grilled him yesterday in Mesa.
The media grilled him, you said, right?
Hey.
Yeah.
Ohtani's going to be your teammate in the World Baseball Classic. Yes. And he understands a lot more English than he lets on. He's got Nao Masamoto, his translator there, who's a wonderful guy. He's there, but he doesn't really need it. He can handle himself. Ohtani said yesterday through his agent, he's earned the right to test free agency.
Yes.
So naturally, the question, have you talked to Ohtani about coming here? Because the Cubs were the runner-up when the Angels got him.
Sure.
Because there was no DH yet, he went to the Angels. He said, yes, I've invited him to be a Cub. It's over.
So hold on a second. So I'm clear. Through the translator says that Suzuki has invited Ohtani to come to Chicago.
Correct. I've invited him to be a Cub.
For dinner or to stop by his crib for a few days?
No. To play outfield, DH, and be our number one starter. It's over. And the chairman was out there yesterday. I know you've got Jerry, the chairman. We've got Tom, the chairman. And the chairman said, yeah, we've done a really good job at resetting our collective balance. What is it called? The CRT.
Yes.
The CBT. Competitive balance tax.
I don't.
The other thing.
If Tom has some things about CRT, I'd like to hear his thoughts.
Yeah. So CBT, competitive balance tax.
I'm one of the few that like to hear his thoughts about CRT.
Yes.
But go ahead.
He said, we will go into the luxury tax. When Jed says the time is right, we'll put the hammer down. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Well, guess what? We got Pete Crow-Armstrong. We got Matt Mervis. We got Kevin Alcantara. We got all these dudes that are there that they signed in the offseason. Cubs signed more free agents than any team in baseball. They went $300 million plus. Michael Fulmer added his deal on yesterday. Pitch out of our pen. And now Ohtani. I'm going to get, you know what? Memo to Joe Johnson at Obvious Shirts. Fine sponsor here at the station.
Sure.
Joe, the newest one has to say, I've invited him. That's all it has to say. I've invited him. I want that shirt today, Joe.
Well, let me just tell you this. If Ohtani comes to the Cubs, that guy's Daisuke Matsuzaka in a Cubs uniform. I think we've seen the best of him. He comes here, put on that goofy C. That'll be the end of Ohtani.
Oh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani in the Cubbies.
Yes, in an Angel uniform. Yes. Come here. Oh, God. Toward the end. And I can't wait. I hope that's the case, Cap. I mean, for you as a Cub fan, as my friend, I hope that Ohtani's here. I hope that the Cubs sign him to, what's the going rate these days?
About 10 for 430.
Now, a little higher. How about 13 years? Because that in the 10th year, he'll be in the booth. So how about 13 years and about, I don't know, $700 million? Because he's worth every dime. Because there's no diminishing returns in Ohtani after all that tread on the tire with the Angels. I hope he comes here. 12, 13-year deal. Can't trade that deal. You will hit the roof in year 5. He'll be Japanese. He'll be Japanese Pujols if he comes here. I can't wait, Cap. Absolutely. Bring him in. This guy is not who I thought he was. I'm just telling you. They need to get rid of him. Oh, no. Bring him in. Because Suzuki says, I welcome him. Through an interpreter. You don't know what was really said there. You don't speak Japanese. You don't know what he really said. Yeah, I invited him to dinner. Yeah, I invited him on a trip. Coming in a Cubs uniform, no shot.
It is a much more respectful culture than the way you're treating me this morning, denigrating my thought. When Seiya Suzuki says to his WBC, World Baseball Classic teammate, Shohei, I'm inviting you to be a Cub. I got to go.
Oh, for God's sake.
He says to his girlfriend, we're going to Chicago. Why? Because I was invited. And we don't disrespect. Say it. Crank that music up loud, bro. Shohei Ohtani's coming in town.
God. We're trying to keep listeners. Shohei Ohtani. Let me just tell you, you sure that this is who you want to break the bank for? Like, I'm an Ohtani fan. He arguably is the face of baseball for me. Yeah. He just happens to be playing in Orange County and not the Dodgers, so he's in the second team in town, the White Sox of Los Angeles. He's in the second team in town. That team's not going anywhere anytime soon. Mm-hmm. Pre-Madden, post-Madden, that team wasn't going anywhere. It's funny that you're in Orange County. You've got Mike Trout and Ohtani, and they can't get traction in that city. Point is, though, is that if he comes here, yes, I did see what you saw on the bottom line, that he will more than likely exercise free agency. But just like any other free agent, they have to look at the Cubs and say, if I come here, what am I getting? Am I getting close to a World Series championship?
Damn right.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're on the precipice of a run coming.
Thank God he could pitch. If he could just hit, you'd still be in trouble with him. He'll be your frontline starter, of course, number one.
Number one starter, and the other 4 days will give you 1 day off, and the other 3 you're either in the outfield or DHing.
That's right, folks. Take a look at this. You've got an Ohtani. You've got Tucker Barnhart. You've got Eric Hosmer. Nico Horner. You've got Patrick Wisdom, Dansby Swanson, Ian Happ, Cody Bellinger, Seiya Suzuki, Trey Mancini, and then Ohtani. That sounds good.
By that point, Pete Crow Armstrong's a Gold Glove caliber center fielder.
Uh-huh.
Matt Mervis, my guy, is over at first.
Okay.
Oh, man. Kevin Alcantara, he was breaking windows in BP, hitting them through windshield.
Oh, is that what you're hearing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. How about
Cub fans, get ready.
Okay.
We're back.
All right. So after you spend all that money, you know what you're going to be looking for. You'll be looking for more. Ohtani's going to be there with his 13-year contract and $800 million deal. And so you're going to be saying, so what else are we going to do? And you know what the Cubs are going to say? We spent all the money. Then what?
But I'm going to tell them how they can do it for free.
Oh, really? You're going to give them some of your salient advice.
It's 77.5 is the over-under in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Tom needs to load up the family truckster with all the cash. He and Laura and Pete and Todd and Joe, all of them. Marlene, I think I got all the family members.
So
push all of it into the family truckster.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to Vegas next weekend. Just give me the truckster. I'll head right out there. You play the over 77.5. They're giving out free money in Vegas. Play the over 77.5. There it is. Go cash my winnings in as soon as we hit the 78 wins.
Yep.
There's your Ohtani fund. Right there.
Okay. You sure this ball club is better than 77 wins?
Yes.
You sure it is?
Yes.
As is?
Yes.
Okay. You saw that, right? I mean, Pacota's usually never wrong. You did see that, correct?
Pacota picked you guys like 80 wins the year you won the World Series. They're not the be-all, end-all.
Pretty accurate, though, about last year. And we were arguing against it. That's not a 500 ball club. You see that team? La Russa's going to get them ready. La Russa's what? He's out? Someone's injured again? What happened? We're a 500 ball club. They're pretty accurate.
They were.
You sure now Pacota's going to be wrong about this?
Yeah.
So the over 77, I'm sure you've cashed that. You put that ticket in already?
I'm going to next weekend in Vegas because I like
God.
to have the hard ticket on a play like that.
Yes. And I understand why. Because you could show people.
There it is.
You could dangle it in front of people. I understand that.
The Ohtani fund.
The Ohtani fund. I'm just setting it up for you because I can see the future, Cap. See the future. Just telling you that once you have Ohtani in place, you're going to wonder, well, where else is the money going to be allocated? And there won't be any more money. We're going to go back to biblical losses.
I gave you a biblical contract. What do you want?
Because I know what you're going to say. It's going to be Ohtani 5 for 5, or Ohtani gets, a perfect, 7 innings pitch, 3 hits, 1 run, and you lose 1-0. You won't like that. You'll get everything you want from Ohtani. But what about the rest of them?
Our system's loaded.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's your farm system around Ohtani, because that makes sense. But the young kid around Ohtani to get to the World Series.
And Nico and Happ and Suzuki. Oh, man.
You say Happ?
He's a Gold Glove All-Star.
When the Cubs are good, he'll be out. Him and his coffee.
He won
out.
a Gold Glove and went to the All-Star game in the same season.
Yep. When the Cubs are good, and I believe that they will be good in the 24 season, when they will be contending, he won't be part of this team. Ian Happ? Well, I guess you need a backup outfielder.
Oh, my God.
What?
You'd start on your club.
Just a second now. We're already locked in. Locked in. We're fine. Don't worry about us. But then there's Christopher Morel. Don't forget about him.
He'll be over third.
Yeah. So Ohtani first, Morel second in that lineup. Is that what you're going to do?
I'm hitting Ohtani third.
Oh, third.
Heart of the order. Say is going to hit fourth.
Okay. So
baby.
Okay, so you want him to be the number one starter and third in your lineup. You want him to drive in runs for you.
Yes.
What about the more at bat? Don't you want him at the top? Don't you want him to have 4 or 5 at bats? At least 5?
Put him maybe in the 2 hole.
Oh, maybe
Say in the 3.
Oh, okay. So that Ohtani, ladies and gentlemen, a $700 million contact hitter just to get him over. And the number 2 hole, he's Sandberg. He's got $800 million. He's in the 2 hole. What is he over there for? Got to run over. So
I'm just telling you, it's a good day to wake up a Cub fan today and go, wow, we actually look like we're making moves here. We've got a pretty decent team.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And now we hear, I have invited him to be a Cub. That quote from Seiya
Suzuki over at first base. And here's Ohtani. Ground ball to first. Runner goes over to second base safely. Ohtani's out at first. So Ohtani did his job, getting the runner over for $800 million in the 2 hole. It's a 2 hole. I love it. Not the top, not cleanup, 2 hole.
Such a good question from Jorge Castillo of the LA Times. I've invited him to join the team.
Let's go! I've invited him. Okay.
I'm getting that shirt today.
Okay. Cubs fans, you ready? You ready for Ohtani to come to the Cubs? And by the way, don't say it too loudly. Daniel Greenberg will say that's a report.
Right, exactly.
You sure?
David Kaplan's reporting that Shohei Ohtani is coming to the Cubs.
Yeah, just be careful. No, for God's sake.
Take that.
Okay. All right. All that money, Cap, and then nothing else to show for it. It'll be Ohtani and Nelson Velasquez. Who? He's on your roster.
I know.
312-332-ESPN 332-3776 is our phone number.
All right, back to the regular scheduled show.
I mean, listen, I'm excited. I mean, Cub fans, you should be excited too. Cap is believing that maybe Ohtani will be a Cub. Yeah, and that will never happen.
You know what? Tom Cohen needs to drop in over at Wrigley.
Oh, Tom Cohen. Okay.
Instead of Steve and the Mets, Tom needs to change his last name to Cohen. Come on over to the Tribe, Tom.